Carving up on 2 squares bars.
All of the work is already done.
It smells so good.
For the form, police do not come for me.
I'm just buzzing.
I took my university exams here. It is Tuesday the 27th and the ATHX Games is on Sunday. I made a promise to myself that I would film every single thing that I do this week for training to show you how a little deload week looks like for me pre-competition. But honestly and truthfully, I have been putting off doing this run all day because first of all, it was raining in the morning and I am the kind of person who, if I don't get my workout done in the morning, the chances that I'm going to complete my workout later during the day just like drop by like 80 to 90%. But this has to be done, so I thought I would just keep myself accountable, and I want you to hold me accountable of completing this easy run. We're not doing anything crazy today or this week in general. The goal isn't to train more or to increase speed more because genuinely most of the work is already done. When you're just a couple of days out from a race or a competition, you've already done most of your work, so there's no point in pushing yourself further. So today is just going to be all about an easy run, zone 2 heart rate. I'm currently on day 3 of my period, so fatigue levels have finally dropped and I am so excited just to get out, even though I've been dreading going on this run. So this is the fit that I'm going to have on. These are some H&M running shorts, an H&M base layer that I found for £5. It was discounted. A My Protein windbreaker and random socks. And I'm going to be running in my Nike Pegasuses because I don't want to have sloshy feet because of all the rain, and I don't want any of my other shoes to get dirty. Even though I'm not going to be running the ATHX in these shoes, I'm just going to go out in my Pegasuses. They're honestly like one of my favorite shoes at the moment. So let's grab a snack and then get ready for the run. So I've actually not eaten a lot of things today, so I will be carving up on 2 squares bars, which is a very, very good option, by the way, if you need a quick snack or something quick absorbing. I'm just going to have probably like this right now and then maybe take the other one with me. It's not gonna be a long one. I just haven't eaten anything for the past maybe like 4 hours. Carving up on 2 squares bars, which is a very, very good option, by the way, if you need a quick snack or something quick absorbing. I'm just going to have probably like this right now and then maybe take the other one with me. It's not gonna be a long one. It's just such a busy week. Last week of January, as someone running her own business, is always going to be very, very busy because of tax season and everything. But also there have been a lot of new joiners on Team Ambitiously Aligned and I've been onboarding everyone. I've been putting together plans, working on so many behind the scenes things. We also have a live call, a team call about planning for success in 2026 on Thursday. So I've been doing that. Back to YouTube uploads. I've just scheduled I think it's the previous video. That is all set. I promised myself that this year I would be more consistent with my YouTube uploads, so I just need to make sure that I stay on top of it. And already when I started the year, I was like very inconsistent. So here's to improving. Never too late to get better. Also, my apologies. I'm talking with my mouth full, but we're in a rush because the sun is setting and I don't feel like getting hit by a car anytime soon. So also a little injury update. I've been struggling with hamstring tendinopathy for like the past maybe 2 months and it's thankfully finally getting better, but I have lost a lot of flexibility. So after the ATHX, my main goals are going to be to stay on top of my fitness levels, improve my squat form because my knees have been caving a lot more than anticipated. And I've got a really good plan, a really, really cool plan planned already. And then also to like fully rehab my tendinopathy, because genuinely it is annoying AF. I really hate running in the dark, and even though I got some like reflective pieces of clothing, I just cannot be asked to gear up with them. So we're gonna be running like this. It's just gonna be a quick 30 minutes, and lesson learned, I just need to get my workouts done genuinely like first thing in the morning, because otherwise I'll keep procrastinating it. Let's gear up. I'm gonna put my little trusty fang pack on and head out. It got so dark so fast, but I've done my 30 minutes. It honestly was like extremely hard. Genuinely, like it was just extremely a hard run. Everything just felt heavy, but that is totally fine. I did 30 minutes, a lot less distance than I usually do. Plus it was very muddy, so it made running really hard, but done. Let's go back to work. Thankfully, because it was a short one, I didn't actually break a sweat, so super happy about that. So it's time to go back to work, and I'll catch you tomorrow for our workout. It is very early, but it's our everything session. Our goal today is just to go through sort of like a full warm-up with nothing too crazy when it comes to our numbers. Get to sort of like 60% of what we would be doing at the ATHX on everything. Shoulder press, squats, deadlifts and all. It's gonna be quite a short session, quite a sweet session. We don't want to be doing anything too crazy. All of the work is already done, so there's no point really in us overexerting ourselves.
To ensure your safety in the gym, please listen to the following information. In the event of an accident, or if you...
So that literally just proved the point to me that I was right with my estimates of what I'm going to be able to lift on the day. I think if I know this correctly, strict press is the first thing that we're going to do. So not having fully warmed up and burning my shoulders out is going to be good. I think I'm going to go up to like a double, but nothing else, and then go from there, and then focus mostly on squats and deadlift warm-up. I'm definitely not going to be pressing more than 45 on the day. That's not the most important lift for me. It's mostly squats and deadlifts, because I know that I'm a lot stronger in that. So we're just going to leave Adam's weight on the bar and then warm up to a heavier squat. I'm really not happy with my squat form at the moment, but for now that is okay. So for the form police, do not come for me. I know, okay? I've already got a training block planned that is all about technique and speed at lighter weights, so we're dialing the weights back down. It's going to be quite high volume, but I'm really excited about it. Focusing on explosive strength and speed, because I want to get hella strong on my squats, which is something I was never able to say. Even on my powerlifting days, I was only able to squat like 110, 112.5, but I still had shit. Basically, all I'm saying is for now it will do, and then post ATHX, I'm just going to work on technique. I think in comp I'm going to be able to do heavier obviously, but I'm not going to hit 100 for 3, because then we still have deadlifts after. And I think strategy-wise, something that's super important when it comes to ATHX is to have like a really good strategy. I was thinking of just doing 1 attempt on everything. Adam might do 2 on a couple of lifts, but since we've got 1 more lift that we have to max out on compared to last year, because it was only strict press and squats last year, whereas this year it's strict press, squats and deadlift, I just thought I would conserve my energy, especially given that afterwards we only have like about 10 minutes rest while we change our shoes. Pro tip for the gym girlies who just cannot be asked to like take this off the bar: use the strip pull method, and then you can just take out the barbell. I'm gonna put you onto something, like this is not sponsored, I'm not affiliated with them, but I'm gonna put you onto something that is going to be a game changer. If you like perfume like myself, if you like smelling good, even when you're sweaty in the gym, this is going to be a game changer for you. They do like little perfume inspired laundry shampoo and conditioner, which is detergent and fabric softener. And we have just got some new scents in. Up until now, I've been using Candy Beach, and it genuinely just smells like my favorite perfume. It's like, I think it was inspired by Kayali, but unfortunately they have discontinued the smell. So Hello Nash team, if you girls are watching this, please bring it back. Please bring it back, because it smells so good. But recently, because I've ran out of all of my refills, I have switched over to Aurora, which is kind of similar, vanilla-y too. And then now I'm going to be using icing on the cake. After I run out of those, I got some new boxes too, and they've updated the cap. Oh my god, so it doesn't have that build-up, like product build-up around here. And we wanted to try out a new scent with Adam, so we ordered Santal. And even though it's not like vanilla based, it still smells absolutely wonderful. So I know that this is not like training related on the week before ATHX, but I thought I would mention this because we're gonna be doing laundry today, quite a bit of it, and then heading out for lunch with my friend. And also I am going to host a webinar with my clients. Today is still a check-in day, so I'm just gonna pop in some laundry, and this is the wonders of working from home. Like, I can literally just do some housework while also taking care of my clients and work. So yeah, let's pop in some laundry into the washing machine. Today's one is quite a small load, so I definitely am not going to be using too much of this. I already know that it's gonna smell so freaking good. And you know what? I actually might end up going for a little jog later today. I am not sure just yet, but I think like a little shakeout run could be a good shout if I have time for it in the evening. If not, we're just gonna go do a deload session, like another deload session tomorrow morning, and then I'll go for a run later on Friday. Super excited. We also just got an email with all of the athlete info. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a little bit of a different setup in terms of like how things work, because we're gonna have to validate our score by signing both on strength and Metcon. So very excited about that. Absolutely buzzing. I still am not sure like exactly what weights I'm going to hit, but we're just gonna see on the day. We're just gonna see on the day. I'm just buzzing. I'm just super excited for it. Not sure if you're gonna be able to hear me, but second deload session of the week going down is Friday. We're gonna do some squats together and then a couple of other bits and pieces, maybe some rowing in the end. Again, nothing too crazy this week is the goal.
She doesn't need no water, need no wine. Everything about her is divine. She doesn't need no men, she's doing fine. When she's all alone, she's dancing all the time. Dancing all the time. Dancing all the time. She loves the thrill, she loves the chase. In her eyes you see the craze. She's a sexy girl, she loves to hate. In the morning we will get it straight. Okay, we just waking up.
Done with squats, some hip extensions and shoulder presses. Did a little push press, trying to get some movement in, get some blood flow in, and then I'm gonna change into cardio gear and then go do some rowing.
This is a rave, girl, we go straight club. We can get up, damn it, turn up. If it's just a play, girl, please don't mess it up. Please don't mess it up. Please don't mess it up. Please don't mess it up.
one day out from the ATHX and I wanted to hop on for a quick update. We're currently back in Dalston where I used to live for 3 years, and we're at Dusty Knuckle having food. Adam did go on a run, I didn't. I had a client in the morning and we're going to be going to the XL today to check out the arena, pick up our wristbands hopefully, and also my client's coming down from Wales to support us too, so fingers crossed that we're gonna see her today. If not, we're gonna see her tomorrow. But super exciting day. Very excited to see the arena because it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be positioned differently, like it's gonna be set up differently than last time. Arrived at the XL and it's really funny because like I took my university exams here and I've only been back like once for like a dog show. We have arrived back home and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm feeling so much more confident and calm than before, like last time when we competed, because I feel like we've prepped well. Now all we need to do is literally fuel up. We looked at strategy, we're going to go through it again, probably write it down so we can go through it like each one of us, and then prep our bags and go to bed. I'm currently defrosting some salmon. Adam's going to go pick up some Chinese takeaway so that we can carve up. And we're gonna prep our bag and also our fuel for tomorrow. Because even though there are like recovery and refuel stations in there, the refuel is basically just electrolyte water or little like couple of 100-calorie bars that are not really carby and you need a lot of carbs for this type of workout. Okay, food is served. I added a little salmon in my hot and spicy soup. Hot and sour soup. We've got our prawn fried rice, mapo tofu, and Adam's wonton soup with a piece of salmon too. I thought I would run you through the whole packing process for tomorrow because we've got quite an extensive list, so I want to make sure that we're all prepared. First things first, let's start with the bag. I'm going to take my tactical backpack with us. It is basically an Amazon backpack. We are going to need 3 pairs of shoes. Number 1, squat shoes. We're going to be taking my trusty Metcons, which I competed in last time. And then we are also going to take a pair of running shoes. And these are actually new ones. I've tested them once and I absolutely freaking love them. They are the Adizero, I think, Boston 10s. And then for the lifting part, I need my trusty knee sleeves. And then we're also gonna take my Amazon belt that I got quite a few years ago. Now there's a few other things that we're going to pack, one of them being liquid chalk. They don't have chalk at the venue and we're gonna be deadlifting and my grip is very sad. Okay, it's very sad. And when it comes to deadlifts, you cannot let go of the bar or it will be counted as a no rep. So you're going to have to start from 1 and I am not risking that. And we're also going to be taking the tripod. And then last but not least, we're gonna be taking a little booty band. That is the main couple of things that we're gonna be packing. The last bits and pieces that we're going to have to do is add some nutrition. I'm definitely gonna be taking a couple of gels, maybe a couple of squares bars, and maybe like a protein shake, just because I know that my body is desperately going to need it. So I'm going to pack all of that. So let's talk about race day nutrition because I feel like a lot of the times people get this wrong, and this can also apply to any sort of event like a Hyrox, Apex, ATHX, Turf Games, anything, Spartans, like, you know, Deca, Fits, etc, etc. When it comes to your event, most of these hybrid events are going to have strength and cardio, but are going to be mainly cardio based. You cannot only fuel the same way as you would for a strength session because, for example, for the ATHX, our race setup is going to be made out of 3 different stations. Our heat time starts, then half an hour we warm up, and then half an hour later after we have warmed up, so basically heat starts, we have half an hour of a warm-up time, and then we have 18 minutes to complete our 3 lifts that we have to max out on. And then afterwards, we're going to have about 10-15 minutes to change our shoes, to recover a little bit, rehydrate, and then go into our endurance session, which is going to be in pairs, 750 meters running, and while the other person runs, the other person rows. And then you get 30 minutes of a rest until your Metcon bit, for which you have a 25-minute time cap, but we're going to be aiming to do that in a lot less time. Anyways, when it comes to fueling for these events, number 1, you don't need to carb up, okay? You don't need to carb up majorly. We had Chinese because, you know, we just couldn't be asked to cook, but also we needed a substantial meal with some fats, with some carbs, with some protein. We added a little bit more salmon. And then on the day of, what I'm going to focus on for breakfast before the event, like the big meal before event, is going to be to get some complex carbohydrates and some protein and a little bit of fats into my system. That is going to be my main meal of the day. And from then onwards, my main priority is going to be not to eat low carb, because this is not a fat loss competition. This is a performance-based competition. So we need to make sure that we are fueling with carbs, with quick absorbing energy, and that we're staying hydrated. We don't have to worry about protein at all, because in those 2.5 hours that we're going to be competing, our body's probably not going to be recovering. We're going to need that recovery fuel later. But during the race, your main priority should not be to eat low carb. Your main priority should be to fuel and to stay hydrated. For that purpose, I'm going to start with my breakfast. Then when we get to the event, before the warm-up starts, I'm gonna have something that is a quick absorbing carb. What I was thinking here is I'm going to have either 1 or 2 squares bars that I can digest about half an hour before we start warming up. Once we are done with our lifts, I'm going to probably have about 10-15 minutes. So I'm literally just going to have 1 or 2 gels. And then afterwards, after the endurance session, I might actually have more squares bars or have one of these, which looks really, really disgusting at the moment, but these are the M&S rice cakes. I absolutely freaking love them, so that I can stay fueled. These have a little bit of extra salt too. So my goal is going to be to make sure that I'm well hydrated. I'm going to be drinking this water. I'm going to put some electrolytes in it. I'm also going to have about 1 liter of water before the event actually starts, so that I'm hydrated. And then during the race, all I'm going to be focusing on is water and carbs.
Cool, I wanted.
Uh-oh.
So I've got banged up one.
Okay, well, they still work, no?
Yes, so to cut this little bit of excess. Okay.
Did you get your squat shoes?
Oh.
Is it in my head?
It's stuck on you.
This is for Adam. This is for me. I actually added a little bit more just in case Adam doesn't want the gels that he doesn't like. This one's for us to share. This one's mostly for me because Adam doesn't like these ones. And then we've got electrolytes that hopefully dissolve by the morning. There you have it. This is what our nutrition is going to consist of. Lots of gels, lots of carbs, electrolytes. We just need to pack them up and we're ready to go. I'm thinking about packing a small tote bag too, or like a large tote bag. I'm gonna pack a tote bag so that we can carry all of that, that stuff, and then we're gonna just take a shower and go to bed because we really do need to sleep. So thank you so much for tuning in to our week of training before the ATHX. I know that it wasn't very interesting because we were just like, you know, deloading, letting our body recover. And I really hope that this just shows that, you know, when it comes to preparing for any sort of event, most of the work gets done before you actually get to the event. That's basically how we've peaked for this one. I feel like the training was very different, the peaking was different, the way that we have prepped was very, very different. I feel like my mindset was definitely different around the training for the comp. So that's what we're going to do now, is just go to bed, rest, relax, wake up at 7 tomorrow and head to the venue by 9:30 so that we can just like acclimatize ourselves, get our last bits of nutrition in, hang out a little bit in the arena, get a Tenzing or 2 because who doesn't love freebies, and then basically just do our best. Just do our best, which you're going to see how it goes next week. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for joining in. In case you haven't yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let me know if you would ever try out hybrid training or a hybrid competition, or if you have already tried one out. Let me know what you've tried, or if you know of any hybrid races, please let us know in the comments, because I feel like we're always on the lookout for some new things to torture ourselves with, even though we've mostly planned out our year already. Like, you know, who knows, we could just jump into a new one anytime soon or anytime. But with that, I'm going to wrap this up here. We're going to take a shower, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and I'll catch you in our race day vlog next week.